checked in with the mechanics to see what the heck happened to the truck on Tuesday. It was computer related, so they had to hook up a computer to it. They're not real sure. They think it has something to do with the regenning and maybe the airbox has a crack in it or something like that. They reset everything and said keep an eye on it, which is usually how things work. You really need it to actually break before you can actually fix it when it comes to computers, because nobody knows what the heck it's thinking. But I'm sure all that rain on Tuesday probably did a number on some sensors and moisture, road grit. Gets into all the nooks and crannies, and next thing you know, the computer is malfunctioning. So we picked up an empty that was in our yard. The yard is jam-packed right now, so we had to make some space. Brought that here into the shipping terminal, got it stripped off, and now we got it stripped off, and now we're gonna park the chassis here on the waterfront. That is a pretty sunrise. Some of the truck, but there's still some dirty parts. This is that road grid though that gets into all the nooks and crannies. On the quarry road is just the right ingredient, I think, to mess up the computer sensors. operated washer and dryers, you know, as they have in all the hotels and condominiums and apartment buildings. There's a distributor about a mile and a half, maybe 2 miles from here. I head over there and pick up an empty container. Washer and dryer distribution. Take it back to the shipping terminal, get rid of it. Well, we dropped off the empty container and bobtailed over to our terminal and picked up some paperwork from dispatch. Got 4 container movements, the first of which is an empty 40-foot container from the Hickam Air Force Base. Making our way through Pearl Harbor right now to get to Hickam. 82 years ago today, the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor. December 7th is Pearl Harbor Day. So it was quite an interesting morning. That would have happened around 7 o'clock, about an hour ago. They had some jets fly over. Some think there was a flyover. Well, I understand there's only like 4 survivors attending. Most of the Pearl Harbor survivors are in their late 90s, if not 100s. So there's not too many left. So we gotta make our way through the shipyard here. It's basically a shipyard to the right. Warehouses and office space off to the left. Onto the runway, and the contact person that I used to bring in the fulls hasn't answered the phone, so it'll be interesting to see if we can pick up these containers. They called us to have them picked up, so hopefully they've made arrangements. Making our way to the Hickam Air Force Base. Whew, man, it got hot and fast today. So it's 9:56. We picked up that empty from the Hickam Air Force Base. There were a lot of ceremonies taking place, so traffic was a little bit of a nightmare. And then our contact person wasn't there, so I had to get security to come down and open the gate for me. And there were 2 empties I was supposed to pick up. Only one of them was going to be empty, so the other one got canceled. We took that into the shipping terminal and picked up this full 40-foot container for the Navy Supply Distribution Center. Brought it down here and they put it on dock number 3. This is the first time I've ever put a container on dock 3. I always thought this was their export site, but they told me no, they've changed things around a little bit. Now what used to be at 1, 2, and 3 are at 9 and 10, and 1 through 7 are here on the dock. And they still got the signs up that say. Usually most warehouses will have a what they call a receiving or import, and then a shipping or export side. So it still has the sign there saying shipping, but it's not so anymore. This new paperwork from safety saying that if we find a container out in the community that doesn't look like it was pre-tripped correctly, we're supposed to write that container up, and then it'll turn around and write up the driver. That's not going to work. So yeah, we'll get hooked up to this and get it pre-tripped. Make sure it's roadworthy. Notice the doors are open. Take it back to the shipping terminal. And then we got my favorite run of the day, which is a full 40-foot container, refrigerated container full of Christmas trees, headed to the Conway Marine Corps base. That'll be fun. So another day, another day with the truck ending up in the mechanic shop. It's a pretty good day though. We came in at 6. We did 7 movements. We drove 102 miles. But when we were over in Conway Marine Corps base, dropping off that full 40-foot container, the truck has been developing a leak. I noticed the other day, and it's gotten worse, and now it won't build up pressure beyond 80 psi. So we dropped the full, we picked up the empty, but I let dispatch know after we drop the empty, we'll be bringing it into the shop so the mechanics can get working on it. It's either an airline or air fitting that's located right behind the driver's steps, right behind the battery box. It's behind the rail for the truck. So it's really hard to get at. In order to get to it, they got to take the driver's fender off. So that's what they're doing right now. Then they'll find out exactly where the leak is at. We know where it is, we just haven't been able to pinpoint it yet. So they're taking the fender off, and early tomorrow we should have it fixed. But yeah, at least we're not stuck on the side of the road. Still, it turned out to be a pretty good day. I got all my runs done. It's just I wasn't able to help anybody else and pick up empties. So we're gonna head on home. It's Thursday. We're gonna put a pizza in the oven and enjoy some of the leftovers. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. Aloha.